Good evening, everyone. You're listening to Red Pill 78. I am the Corruption Detector, and this is your Red Pill News for Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everyone. I wanted to put out a short video today because I'm not going to be making a video tomorrow because it's the Christmas holiday, but I just wanted to let everyone know how much I appreciated all of you, everyone who came and watched the live streams, the Christmas specials over the weekend. We had a great time, and I also wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that Methods and I are going to be producing our own show on Sunday nights, and that will begin on January 5th. Keep your eyes and your ears open for that special announcement, who our first guest is going to be, or it might just be us sitting around the fire comfy and cozy. So we've just got a couple of quick stories I want to go over today, some revelations about Spygate, also an incredible story about a supporter of our president who paid off the layaway accounts of a lot of different people at a Burlington coat factory. And we also have a very special meme that I wanted to show you guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So guys, the biggest news right now is the return of Q. Our favorite Anon is back. 8kun is online, and this is super fantastic for all of us here and all patriots across America. Now, right here, we've got the Q coin. It is unique. There's nothing else like it. It's a celebration of the mission and all those who joined in the struggle to make America great again. You can see the intricate and detailed craftsmanship from here. It's American-made, and it's full of symbols and sayings of the struggle. It can also be used with AR technology to bring the movement alive. Now, the holidays are coming up, and it would make a perfect gift for the special patriot in your life. It's different. It's the Q coin. So go to greatawakeningcoin.com and use the code REDPILL78 and get 30% off. Once again, that's greatawakeningcoin.com and get 30% off by using my special code REDPILL78. Please help support my channel by supporting my sponsors. All right, guys, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. If you were with us for the first half of the Christmas special, then no doubt you saw Neon Revolt's appearance and his incredible idea of the hashtag Merry Qmas, taking our holiday wreaths, making them into a Q and putting them on our doors so that when we go out into the world, we see these wreaths on our doors. We know that we are with friends and that we are close to people who have a similar viewpoint and perspective on the world. So if you go out to Twitter, then you can go ahead and search that hashtag, and you'll find that there are many instances of people doing this. They are literally everywhere. I got hit with so many notifications of people having done this during the program and many after, and it is just an incredible sight to see. So go ahead and take a look around, find your friends, and see if they have a Christmas Q on their door. I love it. There's just so many of them. All right, and here it is, guys. The one and only Baby Yoda as Pepe Baby Yoda, drinking that soup. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Thank you, Methods, for bringing this over, throwing it in the Discord for my special collection of Baby Yoda memes. All right, and first here from our good friend and fellow researcher Methods, we've got a clip of the president talking about what has been taking place. He is not pulling any punches. He is totally on the offense. He knows that he's been completely vindicated, and this clip right here is just 100% gold. So I think that this makes an excellent Christmas gift. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
And now we found out they're a bunch of dirty cops, and paid for by the DNC, paid for by Hillary Clinton in many cases, and in much. They did a phony dossier. They used the dossier for FISA. And now, as you know, the FISA court and your top judge is very much involved, and hopefully they're going to do something about it. But these were dirty people. These were bad people. These were evil people. And I hope that someday I'm going to consider it my greatest or one of my greatest achievements, getting rid of them. Because we have no place in our country for people like that.
All I want for Christmas is an end to corruption and a restoration of law here in the United States of America. And every day, President Trump brings us ever closer to that elusive goal. Well, elusive no more, because it is definitely coming down the pipeline. We're going to wake up one morning, we're going to unwrap that present, and inside is going to be, on a silver platter, all the people who tried to destroy our country. Lawless no more. All right, now, an anonymous supporter of our president has paid off layaways before Christmas. What an incredible gift. According to L.A. Key, who led President Trump's campaign regionally in the must-win state of Florida, a staunch advocate of the president paid off over a dozen layaway accounts at an Orlando branch of Burlington. Can you imagine coming in to pay off your layaway account so that you can get the rest of your Christmas presents and seeing that some kind soul had taken care of it for you? He is a humble and very private man. All I can say is that he's working hard to re-elect President Trump and felt like doing something kind in his honor this Christmas. Amid all of the negative impeachment craziness and attacks on the America First movement, it's nice to see some positivity during Christmas time, and I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with that statement. I am not positive just because I want to be a blind fool. I'm positive because I see what's going on. I read the writing on the wall. I see the direction this country is going, and I see how much we have gained in the last 3 years. And my heart is filled with joy every time. Key told TGP that the man didn't have much growing up, and he hoped that giving back would help make sure this Christmas was as good as it could be for his neighbors. She was approached by the individual who asked her what could be done to give back. There isn't a moment that he doesn't think about others and what he can do for those in need. We are all respecting his privacy and are so glad that he continues to be motivated to help others. An employee at the Burlington store confirmed the donation, saying that they had never had that type of thing done before, and that it restored her faith in humanity. While the D's and the mainstream media continue to tear down the president, it's good to know that his supporters are showcasing their compassion leading into 2020. And this is something that if any of you are in a position to do, just take the moment to help someone in need. And it doesn't have to be monetarily. It can be as simple as a handshake, as a hug, reaching out to someone who you can see is having some trouble. This is not something that we have to do only at Christmas time. We can do this at any time of the year. And if that's something that you're able to do, then please go for it, because it makes all the difference in the lives of people, and sometimes you don't even realize how important it can be. All right, guys, this is a last-minute addition to the video. I was just about to put it out, and I realized Kevin Spacey put out another Christmas video. So let's go ahead and watch it together.
You didn't really think I was going to miss the opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas, did you? It's been a pretty good year, and I'm grateful to have my health back. And in light of that, I've made some changes in my life, and I'd like to invite you to join me. As we walk into 2020, I want to cast my vote for more good in this world.
Ah, yes, I know what you're thinking. Can he be serious?
I'm dead serious. And it's not that hard, trust me. The next time someone does something you don't like, you can go on the attack, but you can also hold your fire and do the unexpected. You can kill them with kindness.
There is clearly something wrong with this man. I don't understand what the message is that he's trying to send, except then perhaps to be a direct threat to people who are making claims against him. Very disturbing, and certainly not what I was expecting to receive this Christmas Eve. But keep an eye on Kevin Spacey. Kill them with kindness. KTWK. Wow. I think this guy is completely out of touch. All right, now, here is some great news on the Spygate scandal. FBI Special Agent Michael Gaeta, the legal attaché in Rome, was likely Stefan Halper's handler and the now infamous Case Agent Number 1. It's been widely reported that the former administration had a spy by the name of Stefan Halper working inside the Trump campaign. The question that is still unanswered is who from the FBI was his handler. As we first reported in May of 2018, internet sleuths determined the name of the FBI spy inside the Trump campaign. Jeff Carlson at the Markets Work put together a piece where he placed an individual by the name of Stefan Halper as a potential FBI spy inside the campaign. Now, it was a lucrative business for Stefan. Internet sleuth Jacob Wohl discovered that Stefan was paid $282,295 in September of 2016 for research and development in the social sciences and humanities. This is important because Halper enticed young George Papadopoulos to London with the promise of thousands of dollars for his assistance. Another Twitter sleuth identified a second payment to Halper in the amount of $129,280, making the total payments to Halper more than $400,000 from the former president's administration to spy on the future president of the United States. Now, at that time, in May 2018, we identified that Halper was paid a total of $411,575 in 2016 and 17 for his work with the U.S. government that included spying on President Trump's campaign. It was later revealed that Halper made even more than that. Now, we now know that Halper was the same person who invited George to London, where he just so happened to meet with the infamous Australian diplomat who also worked with the Clinton Foundation, Alexander Downer. Halper also lured Carter Page into compromising situations involving Russians. He also was connected to setting up General Flynn in late 2015 with Russian President Putin. He was apparently the one who started rumors about General Flynn having an affair with a young Russian woman whom Flynn met at an event that Halper was connected to overseas. It's been reported that an individual by the name of James Baker, not the same James Baker who worked at the DOJ, but another individual in the Pentagon, was linked to Halper and perhaps oversaw the payments to Halper from the deep state. But we don't know who was Halper's handler at the FBI. Well, it was reported by the Daily Caller that FISA court judge Janet Collier requested that the DS FBI provide a list of all activities related to the FISA court and FBI attorney Kevin Kleinsmith, who altered the Carter Page FISA document. Now, Collier's order does not address the activities of other FBI employees who withheld information from the court, including Case Agent 1, an FBI counterintelligence agent who is criticized heavily in the IG report. Case Agent 1 was primarily responsible for some of the most significant errors and omissions in the FISA applications. The agent is not accused of altering documents, but the report laid out 6 areas where he withheld information that was exculpatory for Carter Page or derogatory for Christopher Steele, who, of course, was the former British spy whose dossier was used by the FBI in those Page applications. The agent played a key role in several aspects of the investigation. He was the FBI handler for Stefan Halper, an informant who the Bureau used to make contact with Page and George and another Trump campaign aide. The IG report stated Case Agent 1 failed to tell the Justice Department and the FISC about exculpatory remarks that Page and Papadopoulos told Halper. At first, we weren't sure who Case Agent 1 was either. We do believe that he worked closely with corrupt FBI agents Strzok and Pienka. Then we uncovered information that at least one of Halper's handlers in the FBI was likely FBI agent Michael Gaeta. It is likely that Halper also had a handler in the U.S. as well. Let's take a look at this document right here. All right, and this is from John Cabot University. It's an article entitled The Challenges of Transnational Organized Crime Today, and it says Michael Gaeta was an FBI agent and current assistant legal attaché at the U.S. Embassy. And right here in the transcript from the House of Representatives, it has his name, Agent Michael Gaeta, and there is a picture of him right there. Well, Judicial Watch requested documents related to Gaeta in September, said that they had filed a Freedom of Information Act, and the suit was filed after the DOJ and the FBI failed to respond to an August 10th, 2018 FOIA, which was seeking records and communications relating to a number of things, including Michael Gaeta. It also wanted all of his SF-50s and SF-52s, all the expense reports filed by him. And in August of 2018, Orr testified before a joint task force of the House Judiciary and Oversight Committee that Steele, author of the Clinton-funded dossier, gave 2 reports from the dossier directly to Michael Gaeta. In the July 30th meeting, Steele also mentioned something about the doping, one of the doping scandals, and he also mentioned, I believe, and again, this is based on my review of my notes, that he had provided Mr. Gaeta with 2 reports. That's a quote from Bruce Orr. The only thing I recall him mentioning is that he had provided 2 of his reports to Special Agent Gaeta. Gaeta reportedly was authorized by then Assistant Secretary of State Victoria Nuland to meet with Steele and his office in London to receive those reports. The purpose of the London visit was clear. Steele was personally handing the first memo in his dossier to Gaeta for ultimate transmission back to the FBI and the State Department. For this visit, the FBI sought permission from the Office of Nuland, the Assistant Secretary of State for European and Eurasian Affairs. Nuland had been the recipient of many of Steele's reports, gave permission for the more formal meeting, and on July 5, 2016, Gaeta traveled to London and met with Steele at the offices of Steele's firm Orbis. Again, the FBI is covering up its role in the Russiagate hoax, Tom Fitton said. Judicial Watch has had to fight the FBI tooth and nail for every scrap of information about the illicit targeting of the president. So, looks like they are on the right track. Michael Gaeta is more than likely Case Agent 1. Another mystery solved, you guys. And as we continue to move towards 2020, every day a new nugget of information is dropped or we get a confirmation on something that's been written. Let's close out the day by taking a look at a couple of the posts from very recently. Well, first of all, we have post 3751, which was a tweet from our good friend Methods. Let's look at that. And this is an incredible clip from Devin Nunes. He says, "I hope you all realize just how important your work here has been so far. Nunes even admitted that our research has helped in their investigations." Let's take a listen.
Now, we have long had real concerns about what was happening overseas. And so you can start with, and all your listeners know, and I want to thank you, to all your listeners, all the people you put that are out there on Twitter. It really made, in the grand scheme of things, a big difference because it really helped out our investigation. And we'll probably talk about that a little later. But I really do want to thank a lot of your listeners and Twitter followers because, they would dig stuff up and we'd say, "Oh, we didn't think of that." Yeah. And it would help us to go out and look at different items. And, as you know, there's people all over the globe that helped aid this.
Nunes right there calling out Anons for the incredible research that we've been doing over the last couple of years. And even before that, we set the stage. We gave them so much information. People like you and me just out there on the internet doing the hard research, putting pieces together, drawing the connections, and then delivering it. You guys, there is more than you could possibly imagine that has been given to this investigation from the work of people like us than anyone will probably ever realize. And that is okay with me. I didn't get into this for fame or fortune or for recognition. I got into this because I felt like people needed to hear the truth. And now we have basically come to a head with that. We're at the point now where we have reached basically a critical mass. People are awakening on such an incredible scale. Every day, more and more people realize exactly what's happened and exactly where we're going. And I want to thank Devin Nunes for the incredible work he's done for this country and for his willingness to take a look at the research put forward by Anons online and use it to draw the connections and bring these people to justice. And in post 3752, we are encouraged to keep up the good fight. And someone said, let Mr. Nunes know he is very welcome. It gets very wild in here at times, but the real Q research gets done despite all the BS going on all around us. And our favorite Anon drops a meme. It says, "It was hell out there, and we were surrounded. The shills came at us from all sides in a relentless attack. And there is an army of Anons." And he says, "Keep up the good fight, Anons." And then ending, we have a tweet from Chuck Woolery. It says, "We are the news now." Let's take a look. All right, and it's a tweet from Chuck Woolery, and it says, "America's newsroom is us. We have all become the alternative news media." He's right. When Q says we are the news now, he's talking about everyone. It is every single one of us because we're out there doing the work. We're spreading the information. We are informing and educating. And if it wasn't for us, then just imagine the mainstream media would still have a stranglehold on information and they would be lying to us on a daily basis and nobody would know what was going on. They would not be the wiser. But it's because of people like us out there on Twitter, on Facebook, on the boards, on every type of new media and pushing it into the mainstream consciousness. It's an incredible feat. And I just did a couple of shows, and this is going to be coming out after Christmas, but I talk about this more in depth with Craig Mason, so you're going to want to check that on Saturday. All right, and lastly here, we have a Christmas message from HRC. She says, "A Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Now, when I first saw this image, the thing that I really was struck by was how poor quality it was. I know this picture was taken several years ago, but it is very fuzzy. It's almost like there is another layer of data in there. This was clearly taken in the White House, so it must have been taken with a really high-quality camera. But it is just very fuzzy. Now, why would that be? Well, some Anons digging on the boards were able to come up with some very interesting info. I'm sure that anyone who's seen my program in the past would remember the work of Luke Slytalker. He is a digger on steganography. Well, some steganographers were able to locate some secret keys embedded in this picture. And it begs the question, just who is Hillary Clinton trying to communicate with on this Christmas Eve? Could be something that we'll never find out, or it could be some information that we are going to glean in the very near future. Either way. All right, everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I will join you once again here at my regularly scheduled time on the 26th, the day after Christmas. I hope that everyone has a very safe and happy holiday. Please, I hope you get everything you want, and I hope that everyone comes back feeling rested and rejuvenated. As always, this has been Red Pill 78. I am the Corruption Detector, and this was your Red Pill News. Good luck, everyone, and God bless, and Merry Christmas. Hey guys, it's Red Pill. I just wanted to say thank you very much for watching the video. Please do consider supporting the channel by liking and sharing this video. Do also make sure that you are subscribed and that you've got notifications turned on so you can be the first to see my videos when I put them out on a daily basis. If you want to support the channel in other ways, you can always check the links in the description of this video below. And once again, thank you as always for joining me.